Hey guys, Night Prowler here, and today I'm going to show you guys the Siege AA. About a year and a half ago, I went and did the video on the Big Siege, and we've bought a bunch of these recently because we're going to send them to some family out of country that have a lot of power outages and issues. So we're gonna send these over there with them because these are really excellent lights. They're bright. They're robust. They just work. And when we were picking up a few more of these, which we got these now at an excellent price. When I did the first video, I ended up paying 59 bucks for it. Now we got them down to 30 because we ordered them online somewhere. And for $30, this is just incredible. I mean, it is incredible, but you know, this is more of a car camping, you know, setup, emergency lights setup. This, I would say, is more in the realm of possible backpacking light. It's ridiculously light. It's really light. I mean, it's really light. So actually, let me see. If I can find it real quick. Grab scale here. I didn't even think about doing a weight comparison, but I guess I will. You know, you guys, there is somebody else out there did a video on this, and she did a heck of a lot better than I did. So, you guys, if you really want like all the cool stuff about this, then check out her video. Let me see if that's in frame. That's in frame. Okay, let's see. Okay, so weight with 3 3D batteries in here is 1 pound, 12.2. Okay, so you guys can see it. Now, with 3 AA batteries in here, this thing weighs, oh, hold on. There we go. 8.4 ounces. That's awesome. I mean, this thing's, here, I'll pull up I'll let you guys look at all the specs and everything. This thing should be focusing a lot better than it is. New phone. There we go. There we go. You can look at the specs. And I'll put it right next to this one, so you have the size comparison. Essentially, there's some programming differences as far as oh, that's not it. As far as how they work, that's about the only difference. And one has the old one, the large one, has a carabiner on top, and this one doesn't. Essentially, you can do the same thing though. You can always stick a carabiner on here and hook it up to whatever. So you really don't need this. But, you know, you can pick these up for like 20 bucks too. So, runs off of 3 AA batteries. Here's the manual that was inside. You guys saw the, you know, the thing, 200 lumens. Hopefully you guys can see all that. But thing is awesome. I first saw it when we first saw it, and she brought it home. Because, you know, she bought she bought a couple extras too, and she knew I'd want one, so she brought me one. And I'd say this is even in the realm of backpacking, like not ultralight backpacking. You know, ultralight, you're just going to use a headlamp pretty much, but regular backpacking, I mean, you know, this is a IPX7, so, and it floats. If you watch the other girls the video she did with her dogs, she shows it floating and everything. I forget what her name was. I'm not sure exactly who it was, but thing is super cool. Okay, so if you watch the first video that I did on this, you see it goes from, basically, we turn it on, it's bright, and it goes to the kickdowns, so bright to lower, and then you hold it and it turns red. How do I do this? It's been a while since I've had to use this thing. Anyways, it flashes. It has a flashing mode too. I just don't know how to do it right now. I think it's hold it. Nope, that goes to that. It goes to that. There we go. There's flashing mode for SOS. Which one thing I don't understand is why in the world would you use SOS and put it on the red setting? Because if you were actually trying to, you know, some kind of aircraft or something, I would think that you would put it on the white setting to attract more, to make it more visible for the aircraft instead of the red setting, which is a little more subdued. That's one thing I just don't understand. There we go, see? I mean, I guess that's pretty bright. But I don't understand why you wouldn't have it strobing on the white. Of course, it probably is more of a important to have the power savings. So that's probably why they did it, was to put it on a single red LED instead of having all 4 of those white LEDs going off. Because, yeah, it would be brighter, but then you wouldn't have the runtime, so you wouldn't be able to send a distress signal, you know, for as long period of a time as you'd need to. So, like, if you're really in a bad deal. This has the same thing. This thing is super cool, though. But the only difference is on the thing is this goes from low to high. So it's opposite, which is kind of cool. And this, God, thing is bright. I mean, I'm actually looking at the shadow of the camera on the ceiling. This thing is ridiculous bright. And if you just hold it, you get the same deal. So it's still got the battery indicator. I never showed that in the other video. It goes from green to yellow to red. And I've had it on camping trips, and that's how I found out about it. I took it on a camping trip, ran it, and it went to yellow, and I went, oh, okay, so it does have a, you know, battery indicator on it. And then, so you leave that on there. There's your flashing mode. So, you know, if you were hurt, SOS needs a signal or something, you know, stick it out there in a field. You just stick it right on top of this, I guess. You'd always just put it right there. And hopefully, you know, with the advances of search and rescue nowadays, with their night vision cameras and thermal imaging and everything, they would, if a helicopter or a search party was flying overhead, they would easily be able to see this. I've talked to a few search and rescue guys, and they said, yeah, there wouldn't be no issue seeing that, you know. So if it was signaling out SOS, you know, and you know they were in the area, they'd be able to see it. So, you know, it's fine that it's not the super brightest, you know, out there, but... And it you know, if you had that in a tent, like I've had this one's pretty bright on red setting, but if you had this in a tent, it would work. It's just, it's not as bright as I think it needs to be, but it's okay. It's good enough, so... But like I said, you know, there's a... Cool thing is it goes from lowest to highest. So you know, obviously you don't need that super bright right off the get-go. Let me turn this one. There you go. So you don't need that bright right off the get-go. So like she says in her video, and I'm not trying to copy her video, we happen to, you know, do the same video. But that's cool because you can have, you know, if you're in a tent or something, you need to turn the light on. You don't have the super bright, even though that's still bright. You don't have the super brightness starting off. And if you had it, you remember you went to bed and it was white, you just hold the button and it'll come up red. So you don't have to, where this one is, if you want it to, you know, come up red, you pretty much have to go through the white setting first, which has already killed your night vision and all that. I'm rambling kind of fast, but anyways, trying not to make this a super long video, but this thing is amazingly cool. I mean, this is actually something I actually want to take out. This is going to go in my emergency backpack, my Camelback backpack. This is excellent. I mean, this is really excellent. I would really like this, like if, this would even be great for a car. Maybe this one would be better for a car. But this would be fine because, you know, hopefully if you broke down on the side of the road, and, you know, you needed, you could put this maybe on the back of your car, facing out towards traffic. So, you know, hopefully you didn't get sideswiped or something. You know, I would think that would be bright enough, maybe. But who knows? Maybe this would be a little better, a little brighter. But I think that would work just fine. If you put, you broke down, you put that, and you were changing out a tire or something, you put that back there. I think people would be able to see that. Because your hazard lights on your car are going to go down pretty quick, where this will last a long time on that setting. It'll last, well, on a flashing SOS mode, it'll last 288 hours, according to this, on 3 AA's, which is incredible. On the solid red, it'll last 192 hours. On the low, which is 50 lumens of the white light, you're looking at 37 hours. Medium, 100 lumens at 15.5 hours. And the max 200 lumens, you're getting 7 hours. So that's pretty cool. It's not, like I said, it doesn't have the runtime as this, but for this package right there, you're good to go. You take that and you're good for days. I mean, days. And you have a great little lantern. And I'm going to take you guys in Little Prowler's room right now and just show you how bright this thing is. But it is super incredible. So let me get you guys off the tripod here. Sorry, I kind of half-assed the tripod here, and because my phone's so big now. What's that AF? I don't know what that AF thing is. Anyways, my phone's so big now that I can't actually use my old tripod stand. So let me take you guys in the Little Prowler's room. He probably won't be real thrilled about this, but oh well, he should have cleaned his room. All right, let me go ahead and turn it on. Okay, that's on. Let me actually, you know what? Set it right here on the little stand. Okay, now you got to remember, I'm on a camera phone, so. But that's the lowest. That's also the lowest setting, so that's on the 50 lumens. And actually, if you, let's see, I probably could hang it from the ceiling right there on a piece of paracord or something, and that would still be bright enough. But here, we'll just do this. If I remove, there we go. Now it's a lot brighter, and you can flip that over and you got a lot more light. So if you needed emergency lighting in a room, and remember, this is only 50 lumens. I could take the carabiner and hook it up there. So let's try this on, this is game posters. Let's try it on, that's medium, and that's high. So this is high on 3 AA batteries. I mean, like I said, I can actually, you know what, I'll move that right now. And I will try and hook it up there. Up on the air conditioning vent. Just to give you an idea of how bright this thing is. So let's see. There we go. All right. See? This is actually bright enough. It's right up there. This is actually bright enough to light up the whole room. So that's pretty incredible for 3 AA's. Now let me see if I can switch modes here without breaking my neck. Alright, and that's the red. Now like I said, the red isn't, you guys probably can't see it at all hardly. The red isn't that great for, but if you were in a tent, a very small tent, I think it would be enough to get, if you left that on all night, to not bring a lot of attention to you. And also, you can leave it on as like a night light. So if you did wake up, it wouldn't be enough to keep you awake all night. Oh, and also, I'll show you this when I get out there. It wouldn't be enough to keep you awake all night, but it would be enough to, if you woke up, to have, what am I trying to say? To have, to be able to see. So, that's pretty much it. That's the Siege AA, and these are freaking awesome. We got ours for like 20 bucks. I forget, I didn't buy it, my wife did, so I'd have to ask her where she got it from. But really cool, really cool. I don't have any experience with those the other ones, the really small other lanterns, but I know these are stand up and work really well and are real solid. So that's it, guys. All right, talk to you later.